Spartan fans, we're here with Jasmin Holliday, the assistant coach for San Jose State women's basketball. And coach, San Jose State, they picked up their first home win on Wednesday when they defeated Pacific 71-60. How important is it to get that first home win? And does that take the pressure off somewhat of a team early on? I know there's a lot of milestones that a team can hit as they go. Was that one of them?
That was definitely a big win. These girls didn't get to play in the EC last year, so they were just really eager to get, their first home win. I think, they did a great job against Pacific. They're a really good team. And, just to be able to protect our home court against a team like that, of that caliber, is always a huge milestone. And I think, we just got to keep rolling and building on that.
Part of the success for the team was the defense. The defense has played very well. They forced over 20 turnovers and they got points off those turnovers. What's leading to the creation of those turnovers? Is it the team's length and personnel? Is that pretty much it? Is there something more to it? Because it has been impressive early.
Yeah, we play like a 2-3 matchup zone, and it's really high pressure. And I think, the girls have worked really hard this offseason trying to get that down. We want to be identified as a defensive stopping team. Our length gives us an advantage, but then also just our effort that we put into it. Defense is like a heart thing. Turnovers brings kind of like energy, and then just it leads to easy offense. So we're always emphasizing that, if we can get them to turn it over as much as we can, it makes it easier for us on the other end. They worked really hard at it, and, the results are showing in the games, and they've been successful with it.
We talked about the Spartans forcing turnovers. Unfortunately for San Jose State, they've also turned the ball over quite a bit. The last matchup against Pacific, 25 turnovers, 17 came in the second half. What can be done to clean up those mistakes? And has a team learned to close yet? Do the new faces that the Spartans have, and there's a lot of them, does that make it more difficult to minimize the mistakes and to close?
Yeah, we have 9 new kids. Some are really experienced, but even with that experience, if you haven't played together, you're gonna turn the ball over. Unfortunately, that's just, kind of the name of the game. They're still learning to play with each other, and it's still so early in the season. So they're still learning our system. They're still learning each other. And so I think that kind of adds to those turnovers. A lot of those are just, from us being careless with it or just not taking care of it like we should. We shouldn't be turning it over 25 times a game. And I think, that's just something we're gonna definitely keep working on. We try to set a goal every game to get it to at least 12 or under, and we were way over that game. That was kind of just a focus after that game. And this week going into the Academy of Art game, that's something we're really looking forward to, is getting our turnovers down.
Now, how do you see the team progressing the next few weeks? It seems that if the team is consistent, they're very difficult to stop. And there's 4 players that I've noticed in particular: Sydney Lewis, you have Ogier, you have Bonai, and you have Galden. When all 4 of them are on, it seems like the team is almost impossible to beat. And that seemed to open things up for Megan Oberg as well in that last game against Pacific. And those are the 5 double-digit scores. So how do you see the team progressing? I get the sense that there's going to be an upward trend with the team. And as the new personnel learn to play together with more repetitions, more games, they're just going to get better and better, and they're going to be really difficult to stop. Does the coaching staff sense the same as what some onlookers may have noticed?
Yeah. I'm really excited about this group. They're really talented. And like you said, I think with Sid leading them, being a 5th-year senior, she's having a great senior year, and I'm just really happy for her. And she's kind of, propelling along some of our other kids like Ella and Ellie and Meg, you said. So yeah, I think they just, once they learn how to play together, they are going to be really hard to stop. all of them can score. 15 of our kids can score. And so it's just, trying to learn who needs to take the right shot at the right time, and, not being selfish, and, just those little things that come with time and just more repetition and just playing together. And we still have a lot of season left. So I think it's going to be really fun to see, who else is going to step up. And I'm, like I said, I'm really excited for this group. They're super talented, and they work really hard. So they deserve, all the success that they're getting.
We're here with assistant coach Jasmin Holliday for the San Jose State Spartans. Coach Holliday, next up, the Spartans, they play a Division II opponent, the Academy of Art, located in San Francisco. Now, that team has some D1 transfers. I've noticed that they have quite a few. They even have one graduate transfer. What unique challenges does that roster pose to the Spartans? And is this kind of a different type of D2 opponent than maybe what a program would be used to because of those transfers on the roster?
Yeah, I mean, Academy of Art, from what I've seen, is a really good D2 program. I think they're well coached. Like you said, they have some really good transfers, but that's not someone we're going to overlook. I think we're just going to go into this game like we do every other game, try to prepare and scout them as much as we can. But I think with their grad transfer, she's, their leading scorer right now, and she's averaging almost a double-double. I think just, it's important that we key in on her, try to give her limited touches, and then just keep her off the boards as well, because that's how they get a lot of their scoring. But I think, our defense, like we talked about earlier, is it's really good. And I think, as long as our girls handle business and they stay disciplined, we'll be successful in this game.
Coaching a game right before a holiday, is that more difficult? Does that provide a distraction that is a little more of a distraction than, say, other times of a season? We're going to play the day before Thanksgiving. Some people already have their turkeys in the oven by that point, and they're already preparing the meal for Thursday night. So does that affect anything in terms of the preparation and even coaching style leading up to the game?
I hope not. I know they're all really excited for Thanksgiving and everything, but they know they still have a job to do, and the job is not done until after the game is ended. And once we get through this, then they can enjoy their holiday. And I mean, what's better than going into Thanksgiving with a win? So I think they understand that, and I think they know not to get distracted by that. And for this game, it could even mean that they shift their motivation. And since it is kind of like a game leading into Thanksgiving, maybe they're motivated to play hard for their family or for whoever they're thankful for. It adds a different component for sure, but I think they should be able to still play hard and stay focused.
Last question for you, and hopefully this doesn't distract from the task at hand tomorrow, but because Thanksgiving is later in the week, the day after the game on Wednesday against Academy of Art, the first question is, do you have any plans for the holidays? And the next question is, and you can answer this for yourself individually, and then perhaps for the team as well, what are you thankful for, Jasmin Holliday, this holiday season? And perhaps what is the team thankful for this season and this year and during this holiday season?
I'm gonna be with my family, fortunately, in LA. So I'm just thankful that I get to see them. It's not often when I get to see them on Thanksgiving because it's in the middle of basketball season. So I'm super grateful and thankful for that, and friends that I'll get to see while I'm home. I'm also really thankful for the staff that I work with. They're awesome. And then, our team as well. Like, I'm really thankful for these kids. Basketball is something I'm always going to be thankful for because I get to do what I love with the sport of basketball. And I think, as a team, they're probably thankful for those same things. I think basketball, and then another huge one for them would be their health and being able to play and compete. So those are probably some things that I think that they're super thankful for. I also think they're thankful that we have Thanksgiving Day off and they'll get to, eat as much as they want, do whatever they want on Thanksgiving, because we're not playing and we're not in the tournament the day after, which is what, a lot of teams are probably playing and getting ready for a game following Thanksgiving. But I think they're grateful that they're off, and then, we don't play again until next week.
Well, we're thankful to have San Jose State basketball back at the Event Center this season. And the San Jose State Spartans, they will welcome the Academy of Art. If you can't make it to the Provident Credit Union Event Center, you can watch the game on the Mountain West Network at 6 p.m. Assistant Coach Jasmin Holliday, thank you for your time. Best of luck tomorrow, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.